Hey everybody, Dave here, Hidden Freedom, and welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to go ahead and go through the dividends received for the month of November. Look at all the buys, look at all the sells. There's a lot to go over, so let's not waste any time. Let's go ahead and get started. So here we're looking at the agenda for today, and we just saw Dividend Mountain there, and because the market pulled back over the last few weeks or so, there's been a little bit of a decline on Dividend Mountain, but that's okay because that's just part of the game, which means that we just stay invested and we continue to invest probably more if we can when the market is down. And that will help us out when the market actually goes back up. Like we had a pretty monstrous day today, so it is what it is. Let's go and take a look at the overview right here. And let's see here. Let's go to the dividend portfolio. Let's make this a little bit, there we go. All right, so here is the overview page here. And just to let you know, this has been modified since the last, I don't know, month or so. I've made some changes to the way it looks, obviously. So we have two accounts that we're talking about here. We're talking about the tax deferred and we're talking about the taxable account. So I have two Schwab accounts, and this portfolio encompasses both those accounts there. And this is the invested amount. So we got $675,000, and we also have some cash, about $66,000, because of my covered calls in the tax deferred account against the Qs got called away, so I sold a put, and so there's some cash kind of waiting around in there. That's fine. So right now, as it sits, we have, let's see here, total account value of $742,000. I think that's down from $748,000 from the last month, although this actually portfolio was above $750,000 just a week or two ago before we had the market decline. So we actually had a pretty good update today, $6,000 increase just today alone. Annual dividend income, $43,860. We got monthly income of $36.55. We got daily income of $120. And then the hourly income, which is just daily divided by 24, is $5.01. And then we got account weighted dividend yield 6.49, account yield on cost 6.86. We got average year, average weighted 5-year dividend CAGR at 3.75, because I do have a lot of ETFs and that just lowers the 5-year dividend CAGR quite a bit. We got average weighted beta 0.96, average beta 0.91, number of positions 28, number of shares 16,153. And these are all the positions over here, which we'll take a look at a little bit more in depth on the next page. We got fire days left here, 134 days. I can't believe it. We're getting down to almost where it's 4 months left. One other 15 days or so, it'll be 4 months. And I'm gonna call it quits, hang up and go hike the AT. All right, I'm not gonna look at anything else on this particular page. You can just take a look at it. You can pause the video here if you want to take a look at this. I'm trying to make this video a little bit shorter, so let's go ahead and move on to the next thing in the agenda here, and that's just housekeeping. So all Dave's spreadsheets featured in this video are available, and just for the month of December, all the way until December 31st, there's a promo code if you want to get 20% off on this spreadsheets. And so the code is XMIS2021, and it's good all the way until December 31st. So see the first pinned comment or description. That brings down here to 3B, and that's just roughly $451,000 still left in real estate notes, and I'm not going to talk real in depth about those at all. If you're interested in wondering what those are, then see my promissory note video that I did. Brings down here to 3C. Please support my second channel, Hidden Off Grid. I'm trying to grow that channel. It would really help me out if you can go over there and subscribe to that channel, and that way I can get it grown before I get onto the AT in May, June of next year. and that will be a big bonus for me to post a video over there every single day while I'm hiking the AT. So see the first pinned comment or description for the link to my second channel. I really appreciate it if you can support me over there as well. And then it brings us down here to open an M1 account using my link, and you'll get 50 bucks if you open an account using my link. And that goes all the way until the end of December as well. So M1 is hard at it, and basically you deposit 100 bucks, you get $50 for free, and that's a 50% return on your money. That's an amazing deal, and it's good all the way until December 31st. So go ahead and see the first pinned comment or description for the link. Okay, we're moving right along here. Dividend portfolio. Let's take a look at the dividend increases for the month of November. So let's go over here to current portfolio, and then these are all my positions in my dividend portfolio. And obviously you can pause the video if you want to take a little bit deeper look at those. They're basically ranked from least to greatest. So my number one position in here is NUSI right now. And we got, Devo is the second one, and then JEPI is the next one, then QYLD, XYLD, and QQQ. And then we got some individual positions there. Okay, let's take a look at the dividend increases for the month of November. And let's go to this page right here. Scroll up. Okay, so it looks like we have one. We got ABBV there that had a dividend increase of 8.46%. Went from $5.20 up to $5.64 annually. And that is a little bit less than what we expect, because we had the 1-year dividend CAGR at 10.20. We have the 3-year at 15.8. So it's not quite as good as what we wanted, but it's still a pretty hefty increase. So I'm not really going to complain about it. So let's go and clear that flag there, 5.64. And that flag is clear. So let's go back to the agenda here. Let's take a look at the sells. So we are looking at the sells for the month of November, and I didn't make any sales at all other than ONL. And basically what that is that was a spinoff from Realty Income. The very first day that I was assigned that, which I think was like November 12th, if I'm not mistaken, I sold out of the 5 shares and probably just put it right back into something else. I just don't remember what I bought, but we'll look at that here in a second. So I just sold out of ONL, and I received $109.85 from that spinoff. So here we're looking at the buys for the month of November. I didn't buy a lot of stuff. All the cash was used up, but I actually bought a little bit of Devo, bought a little bit of JEPI, bought 1 share of NUSI there. And the total amount that I bought was $549.46. So we got 9 shares of Devo and 3 shares of JEPI. And I'm probably going forward actually going to decrease the NUSI. Actually keep NUSI probably growing, but I'm not gonna cap it where I had it originally thought I was gonna put it. Probably cap it around 160,000 instead of like 175. And the rest will go into JEPI and Devo. Okay, and that brings us to the dividends received for the month of November. Received 13 total dividends for November, and the total was $2,815.64. So we received a dividend on AT&T, JP Morgan, JEPI, APD, Apple, Realty Income. We got Colgate, Palmolive, AbbVie, Procter & Gamble, Caterpillar, Starbucks, NUSI, and Devo. We got NUSI there, over $1,000 are received, and that's a monthly payer along with Devo and along with JEPI. What you do not see here is you do not see XYLD or you do not see QYLD, and I actually received those on December 1st, and I have a feeling it's just because of the Thanksgiving holiday, and they just pushed it off a day or two, because I should have actually technically received those for the month of November, but they're not here. I'm going to receive them in December. So I'm actually kind of curious. I'm going to receive 2 QYLD and 2 XYLD in December. I don't know if I'm going to receive 2 or if it's going to get pushed off to January, if that's just going to be the normal thing at this point. I have a feeling that possibly that December, actually I know that December for a fact is going to be the largest dividend month in history for me. So that'll be looking forward to that. So we're looking at the stock allocation here. We got consumer staples 22.9, utilities 4.2, financials 7.6. We got healthcare at 11.2, materials at 3%, realty, let's see, I was going to say realty income because that's all it is. Real estate at 3.1, energy at 5%, industrials 8.1, consumer discretionary 13.8, communication services 1.8, and we got information technology there at 19.3, and the AT&T is killing me. I just can't believe that it's dropped this much, and that is what it is. It actually is a very small position in my portfolio, but it doesn't help when it drops, you know, 18-20% or whatever it's dropped. I think, let's see what I'm down on AT&T. I am down, let's see, let's scroll all the way over, 22% in AT&T right there. I'm not down a lot because, like I said, I've cut the position down quite a bit. Once they actually cut the dividend, you know, next year, I might actually pick up some more shares. Well, so we'll see. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to write all the dividends received across this line right here for the month of November. And that we're getting close to actually wrapping up 2021 dividends. And so let's go ahead and we're going to run a script here. We're going to go to the dividend charts, and this is the chart we care about right here, 2021 dividends. And then let's bring up the script here that we're going to run to obviously populate the database for us, or actually the Google Sheets for us. So let's go ahead and run the script now.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, Batman smells.
Okay, looks like the script has finished. We wrote the $2,115 across the portfolio there. We saw the dividend-o-meter go up to $22,022. Let's go back to the portfolio here and let's go to dividends received. So we did is we wrote those dividends across this line right here. So we got one there to ABBV, Apple, we got AT&T, we got the monthly payers there. Like I said, QLD and XYLD did not get paid out this month. We got realty income, and then we have JP Morgan, you know, all the dividends I talked about in the previous, all the dividends we just talked about. And then scrolling over the right over here, we got $2,815, which is the correct amount. All these red ones I do not own anymore. And there's nothing I got rid of this month, so we don't have to turn anything red. And let's go back to the dividend charts here. There's the dividend chart, 22,000. I know for a fact that December is going to be roughly about 36 to 37, 800, somewhere around there. So we're going to be right around the $25,000 level for, you know, 2021. And I know next year, 2022, we're going to be upwards of about $50,000 in dividends. That's assuming that I don't get a windfall from somebody paying back one of my notes, real estate notes or something like that, which would end up going and get invested. So 50,000, we'll have a set there, but probably have to adjust it up to 60 or somewhere around there, possibly next year. So scrolling down here, here's the dividends by month. We just wrote 28.15 right there, so we still have one more month left in this quarter. I'm pretty surprised. It should have actually eclipsed October and been the record month for me, but because of the holiday, XYLD and QYLD got pushed off. So scrolling down here, here's the dividends by quarter. So we're still down on Q4, but wait till next month in December, and then we're gonna actually eclipse Q3's quarter. And then we got the dividends by year here, and obviously 2019 wasn't really a dividend focused year for me. 2020 was when I started the portfolio, $7,200 in dividends last year. This year we're gonna round out probably about 25,000, somewhere around there. And then next year we should actually eclipse 2021 as well. All right, we looked at the dividend increases, the buys, the sells, the adds. We looked at the stock allocation. We looked at the dividends received for November. We ran the script. We looked at the dividend metrics, and that's going to bring us to the options income. And we'll go over that real quick because not everybody's interested in that, and that's fine. But I did have a good month for the month of November. And I made over $2,546 for the month of November. And all of those positions are right here. So these are all the positions that I actually sold out and claimed. You know, there's one or two losses in there, but most everything was a gain, of course. And, you know, made $2,500 for the month of November. So looking back at the agenda, we did also sell a covered call in the Schwab account, and I realized $172 in that account, and that was sold against QQQ. It was a covered call, and I think it was a 386 I had on it. So it actually went way above and in the money. So I lost a little bit of money, obviously on the upside just because I got called away, but it still was way above my cost basis, so that was fine. And now I'm just willing to get back into QQQ, and I have a cash secured put down at 320 on QQQ, expiring January 21st. Okay, let's take a look at the stock positions, and then we'll round out this video on the dividend income projections for December. So we're logged into my Schwab account right here, and we'll scroll down. If you want to pause the video, you can. This just to be, basically should match what I have in the spreadsheets as well. But because people don't believe that I actually have these positions in my Schwab account, here they are right here. All these individual positions are just in one account. The ETFs here are all in one account with the exception of QQQ. That is only in one account, but it's just in the actual tax deferred account. Everything else here is actually in the taxable account other than QQQ. And we do have that one cash secured put on that I talked about just a second ago. 320 put on right there. We're down in it, and that's fine. Shoot, if I can get assigned, then that's even great. But I've actually been buying shares every so often and playing the actual, because I do own a little bit of QQQs up here as well, but I've been in and out of that stock in that tax deferred account, just kind of swing trading a little bit right now until I can get assigned something, and playing the market volatility. And guess what? It's worked in my favor because I've sold at highs and bought it back at the lows, and it's worked out pretty well. And guess what? It's a tax deferred account, so I don't got to really worry about the churn in there. All right, let's take a look at the dividend. Let's see here. Yep, the dividend. So right now, we're gonna look at, let's see here. This is December right here. This is actually just projections for the dividend income. And they're showing me for next year, next month, 28 plus 8, that's about 36, 3,700 was what they're gonna calculate me out for December. That is gonna be a record month for me ever in dividends received. Let's take a look at the next 12 months here. And they got my average about 3,600 a month, and it looks pretty nice and flat because there's quite a few monthly payers in there. And then every so often we got a lot of individual payers paying every quarter. And so that makes four times a year where I actually have a little bit more pay. 43,000 is where they have me out for next year. Obviously, I'm going to continue to reinvest the dividends until I fire next year in April of 2022. Talked a lot about firing and all that stuff. You can take a look at my fire playlist you want up here, and continuing to invest in this portfolio and build out these positions even more. If you want to take a look at that other video where I've talked about the plans for this portfolio, I highly recommend you take a look at that video up here, because it talks about basically how I'm going to build all these positions out, what I'm going to do with the 401k and roll that over, and how I'm going to invest that and all that stuff as well. So this $43,000 here is just, that's a starting point, but it's going to likely go up a lot more next year and continue to go up until all the real estate notes get paid off and they get reinvested back into the dividend portfolio. And we round out the portfolio at 1.5 million, something like that. So, or it could even be more than that. I don't know. We'll see. Should have roughly about $2 million next year, hopefully, but we'll see. Anyways, if you have any questions, I hope you enjoyed this video. I tried to go through a little bit faster than usual to keep the video somewhat short. And it is what it is. So if you have any questions, go ahead and leave a comment down below. Until next time, I hope everybody has a great Christmas, and we'll see you next video. Thanks for watching.